And now I'd like to invite Jan and Lucas for our, I think, last one for this conference. Okay, and I'll talk to you later. We're going to have this closing ceremony in a while. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello again. Sorry that it's a little bit dark here. Let me see if I can improve the light a little bit. I hope you guys can see me. Okay, thank you very much, Ruslan. Thank you. Yes, well, I have two news. Enough light, thank you, Jan. I have bad news and I have good news. What do you guys want? Bad news or good news? Good news first. Bad first, okay. Well, unfortunately, this was the last talk. Ruslan's talk was the last talk of our conference. Yeah, this is a pity. It was 9 days of many interesting talks, but unfortunately, everything that's good has to come to an end at some point. But the good news is that we're going to organize another conference very, very soon. We still need to check the dates, but I guess it will be in mid-January next year. And as we have been repeating all these dates, if you have missed a talk and you would like to watch it, go to linguahackers.com/record, and there you can get all the talks. You can purchase all the talks. If you like to have the talks in Russian, you can also buy them in Russian, because we have two interpreters who have been interpreting all the talks into Russian. So, I think that the link for that one is linguahackers.com/record1, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Anastasia, thank you very much. Yeah, so I was correct. This is the link. Okay. Well, I think that was it. Jan and I now will be answering a few questions, and we would also like to have some feedback from you guys. You have been watching us for 9 days now, so maybe you have some valuable feedback for us, so that we can organize a better conference in January. How long will it take before the recording package is ready for those of us who already purchased it? Andy, good question.
Do we have an echo?
Anastasia.
Do we have an echo now?
I don't think so. Anastasia, do you know the answer to this, for this question?
Yeah, I know the answer. I know the answer for Andy. So we are planning to, because we need to prepare all the videos after the conference. So after the we are closing the conference in half an hour, I guess. From I guess by the beginning of next week. So we are gonna need 3 weeks to finalize the video, to edit them, and then by I think it's gonna be the beginning of next week that the video is gonna be ready. So we will send. You will automatically get a notification. Yes. Okay. So Lucas is gone, but I'm sure he will be back here very soon. Yeah, so also thank you all for watching, for being here. We have had more than 30 speakers and more than 10 days of conference. So really thank you for being here with us. Feel free to go to give us feedback. Let us know what you think of this conference and how maybe you have suggestions for any future events. Go to our Facebook page. You can see it in the notes, and at the Facebook page you can leave any suggestions for us, things you like, things you didn't like, basically any feedback that you want to give us. So feel free to leave a comment there. We are really looking forward to hear from you there. What else do we have? Indeed, yes, recording, as Lucas mentioned. Lucas, do you want to say something?
And Instagram, if you use Instagram, let me also copy those.
Yeah, exactly. In the notes, you can find all the information. And then, as you guys might have noticed, in the beginning of every day before the conference started, we were giving these boot camps lesson. So I gave 3 lessons for people who wanted to learn French and Spanish from scratch. Lucas did Brazilian Portuguese. These 3 lessons were for free, but actually the entire bootcamp includes 21 lessons. And if you want to know more about these bootcamps, then I will provide you the links here, because next week we are going to start new bootcamps for French, Spanish, and the first time also for Brazilian Portuguese. I will paste the links here. So we are going to start next week, and you can only I see something goes wrong with I think, okay, for Portuguese I still need to post the link there because the link is not going. Okay, so it's there, right? Link for French, link for Spanish, and a link for Portuguese. Yeah, you can sign up there. We are closing next week, so please reserve your spots. And if you want to know more about what these bootcamps are exactly, then check out those links. It's basically Lucas and me, we really think that this is the best program to get started with if you are a complete beginner in these languages. All the information is there. For the Russian speakers, we also provide these bootcamps in Russian. Then Lucas teaches you these languages in Russian. So the links for Russian will be posted in the Russian room, I think. We also have a room here where for people who don't speak English or who prefer to watch everything in Russian, because we have Russian translators. Okay, Lucas, anything else that you have to say?
Here, Andrew is asking, are you going to launch the German bootcamp? Yes. So after these 3 languages, we'll be adding German and Italian at some point.
Yeah, I think
probably
first Italian by the end of this year.
Yeah, by the end of the year, Italian, and then German in the beginning of next year.
Yeah. If you're interested in German or Italian, then just go to our website, and then there's like a section in the header which says Boost Camp, and there you can leave your email address. So we put you on the waiting list for those languages, and you will be the first one to hear when we open one. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know, Lucas.
Yeah, Alex is saying here, moderate questions and response at the next conference to make speakers hassle-free of handling everything. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to moderate the question that we don't have to scroll up and down. Because when people start asking questions, it's pretty difficult to read all the questions.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Maybe we'll do that.
What we're going to do, Lucas and me are going to take a few questions for another 15 minutes, and maybe to make this a little bit more fun, I think we can do this in different languages. Why not? Mm-hmm. Shall we just talk different languages to each other?
How did you come by the idea of organizing an online conference, Sandra? Well, I think that the idea was that many people would like to attend events like the Polyglot conference and the Polyglot gathering, but because for example, if you live in Australia, it's pretty difficult to travel to Europe, right? To travel to Berlin or to Slovakia, where the gathering was organized this year. So we thought that maybe if we organized an online conference, everyone could attend. So it doesn't matter if you live in Japan, in Brazil, in Iceland. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to attend.
You don't have to travel. And basically no one else was doing this before, right? So that's why we jumped into it. It was actually Aliak who convinced us to do it, right? And Aliak will be here in 15 minutes when we're going to close the conference. You will say the final words, and then we're going to have, I think we're going to have a fireworks show. He told me something about fireworks. So let's see what's going to happen. How do you maintain multiple languages? Yeah, maybe we can speak in different languages or not, Lucas, to make this a little bit more fun. What do you guys think? You guys want to hear us speaking other languages or just English so that everyone can understand? How do you maintain multiple languages? Well, by using them a lot. Yes, sure. How did you find Akinsev to connect Russian to... Sorry, what's the question? How did you find Akinsev to connect so many Russian polyglots together? Of course, it's only my assumption that 80% are Russian. You want to... Yeah, which language do you want? Alexei, I guess he's Russian or not. Maybe you can answer this question in Russian, Lucas.
How did you find Akintev to connect so many Russians? Okay, so basically how we met Oleg, right?
Mm-hmm. You can say in Russian, and I will give an English translation because I think I know the answer.
Хорошо. Но в конце прошлого года нам нужно было дать, ну, мы хотели выступать на одной конференции. И, по-моему, кто нас пригласил? По-моему, Руслан нас пригласил, потому что какой-то спикер не мог участвовать, и ну, поэтому Руслан нас пригласил. И таким образом мы познакомились с Олегом, и теперь мы друзья. Мы организуем не только эту конференцию, а еще вот эти bootcamps в России. Так что вот таким образом мы познакомились с Олегом.
So basically, last year, Oleg, the main head organizer of this conference, was having another language event, online language conference in Russia, and they needed a speaker. So Ruslan, the speaker in the previous talk, he invited us, or he suggested us as a speaker, and that's how we got to know Oleg. And actually, we also have done all these boot camp in Russia with Oleg afterwards. So that's how we met. Okay, more languages. More questions? Let us know.
Португальского языка. Я не знаю, почему вы не получили бесплатные уроки, но напишите, пожалуйста, нам еще раз ваш имейл, мы можем вам отправить еще раз первые 3 бесплатных урока. Ага, и не приходит испанского. Но пишите нам, пожалуйста, имейл, и мы вам отправим эти уроки.
Ok, agora Ruslan quer que a gente fale que a gente fala um pouco em português, então, na verdade, hoje a gente fez uma aula em português, não? Você fez as primeiras 30 minutos e depois eu continuei.
É verdade, eu fiz os primeiros 30 minutos com as palavras mais fáceis e deixei as palavras mais difíceis para você no final. Como sempre.
Sim. Mas não importa, é porque eu sou quase tradutor profissional.
Sim, eu acho que eu deveria parar de falar português e deixar só você falando português.
Foi minha primeira vez de ensinar português através da internet, pela internet. So we just rambling a little bit in Portuguese. Como?
Do you think it's better to start speaking? Some people prefer to delay it, and some are giving. Well, I think that the best time to start speaking a language is whenever you feel like doing it. As you said, some people prefer to delay it. I personally prefer to start as soon as possible because I really believe in in the philosophy of speaking up day one. So whenever I decide to start learning a new language, I also try to start speaking it. Even if it's very, very basic, I try to start from day one. What about you, Jan?
Yeah, I think it depends on a few things. So first of all, what your goal is. If you want to speak quickly, then you need to start very early. That's pretty clear, I think. If you have a lot of time, if you know that you can be good at language learning and that it's going to take some time, then I think it's okay to maybe even learn for 1 or for 2 years because you know that eventually you're going to speak the language. Maybe you've done it before. But for many people who've never learned a language before, I think speaking from the beginning can show quick results. And if you see that it's actually working what you were learning, you actually see the reward, you see the achievement, and that can give you a lot of motivation. And without that motivation, a lot of people give up before they reach this conversational level. So I think that for many people, it can actually help to start very early with speaking.
Да, Алена спрашивает, выступили не все первоначально заявления спикера, что-то не получилось, мы сможем их когда-нибудь услышать.
Can you repeat the question in English?
Yeah, so basically Alena is asking, well, some people couldn't give a talk. So but what happened to them? Я сначала отвечу на русском, потом, возможно, ты переводишь на английский.
Okay. First in Russian, I will try to translate into English.
Итак, выступали не все. Да, это правда. Ну, например, у меня друг Себастьян, он сначала очень хотел выступать, потом побоялся, сказал, что был не готов. К сожалению, у меня не получилось его уговорить выступать. Несмотря на то, что у него было выступление на французском. Вот, поэтому мы сможем их когда-нибудь услышать. Да, это хороший вопрос. Я, если честно, не знаю. Но надеюсь, возможно, у меня получится его уговорить, чтобы он выступал в январе.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I don't know exactly what you said. I only understood the beginning. So you were basically saying, what was the question? Why there were speakers who did not show up?
That were announced, but in the end of the day.
Okay. Yeah, so basically one of the examples was our friend Sebastian. He was supposed to give a talk in French, but Lucas tried to convince him, but eventually he said that he was not ready and he didn't want to do it anymore. So yeah, we had a few of these situations. I guess need to make sure next time that people are really ready. But this is the first time. We call that test. Next time it's going to be even much better. That's our ambition.
There is a question from you here. Well, Lucas, your Russian is blah, blah, blah. Guys, are you going to raise your children as multilingual? Well, I definitely plan to raise my children multilingual. At least I intend to teach Portuguese to my children. And if it happens that the mother speaks another language, then I guess my child or my children will speak at least two languages, so Portuguese and the other language, and then maybe English as well from a very early age. Mm-hmm. And from there we will say. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the nice compliment.
Yeah, guys, are you going to raise your children multilingual? So, in which language shall I reply?
En français, bien sûr, parce que bon, la mère parle français, non?
Okay, we'll reply in French.
Tu peux répondre en français et en néerlandais. Parce que tu es le père, tu parles néerlandais, et la mère parle français.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So I will answer this question in two languages, and then afterwards I will give an English translation. Also tell you why I give this answer in two languages. Dus ik denk dat we onze zoon in 3 talen gaan opvoeden. Want ik spreek natuurlijk al Nederlands en mijn vriendin is Franstalig. Donc je pense qu'on va le faire comme ça, parce que ma langue maternelle c'est le néerlandais. Et ma petite amie, elle parle le français. Donc c'est très pratique pour nous de le faire, de parler toutes les langues, au moins le néerlandais et le français avec notre fille. So I basically said, that we are actually expecting a son in 2 weeks from now, and I will be speaking in Dutch with him, and my girlfriend is French speaking, so she will speak in French. So the answer is yes, we will speak multiple languages with our children, at least me. Thank you so much for the brilliant conference, Jan, Ruslan, Lucas, and the team. If you have another conference, maybe also invite Alan Joven, Moses McCormick, Anthony Lauder. Yeah, good idea. We asked Moses, but I'm not sure if we got a reply from him. Alan Joven, Anthony Lauder are definitely a good idea. And I don't think.
Another question here, Jan. What do you think about grammar? Is it important to study it, or can you learn it from being exposed to the language? I think it depends on several factors. Like, for example, if you're learning a language that's completely different from your native language, if you don't study the grammar at all, it will be very difficult to speak this language properly. I can give an example. Russian, for example, for Brazilians, I think even if I had, even if I had thousands and thousands of hours of exposure. I don't think I would have been able to learn Russian without having learned the grammar. I don't think that learning grammar at the beginning is very helpful. I think it's more helpful to learn grammar when you actually need it. I always like to give an example. So, for example, if you're learning Russian and you say, let's say, "Я хочу купить книгу," instead of saying "Я хочу купить книгу," I think this is the right moment when you should learn this word, but not in the beginning. Just as you speak, as you make mistakes, I think then you can learn grammar.
Alexei, which language do you use to maintain your languages? No, I always say that as soon as you reach let's say a B2 level, good B level in a language, that you don't need to spend so much time on the language to maintain it anymore. So therefore, I think tip number one, if you learn a language, learn it until a high level, at least B1, B2. And yeah, then actually you don't need to spend so much time on the language anymore. But if you really want to maintain it, you can do, I don't know, you can plan like one speaking session every 2 weeks, maybe even once per month on italki, go to language exchanges. I also read a lot since it's very recent. I use Link for that, but you can also use Relang. Basically, I think the key eventually is to really build a surrounding, an environment around yourself where you have to use that language. Do you have any other tips, Lucas, how you maintain languages? Flashcards? I know you use a lot of flashcards.
Every single day. So usually I wake up and the very first thing I do is I review flashcards for about 20 minutes. I think it really helps maintaining the language that I speak. Of course, only practicing with Enki is not enough. But well, there are few languages that unfortunately I don't have the chance to speak very often. Like for example Dutch, although Jan's native language is Dutch. Dutch is, for example, a language I don't get to speak very often. So at least reviewing my flashcards on Enki is how I at least try to maintain all the language that I have learned so far.
More languages, guys. You want? No, I think it's always fun to speak different languages, but only if you guys want. And if you have more questions, let us know. We're going to take a few more questions. It's actually almost 9:30. I think it's almost
just moment.
In Finnish?
Нелли спрашивает, когда будет следующая конференция. Мы еще точно не знаем. Это тоже зависит от вас, конечно. Но, скорее всего, в январе. В начале января.
So the next conference, yeah, the question is when the next conference is going to be exactly. It's going to be by the end of January, yes. Right? By the end of January. Yes. Okay. Something in Polish and Finnish, Lucas.
Polish, yeah. Angelica writes, voisko puhua suomea Jan Tolka. So she's basically asking you to translate what I'm going to say in Finnish. Are you ready?
Okay.
Eli
yes.
Minä en...
Joo,
itse asiassa minä haluaisin sanoa, että 2 kuukautta sitten minä olin Janin kanssa Moskovassa ja siellä me yritettiin tehdä kokemusta. Me yritettiin opettaa suomea, vähän suomea ja se oli aika kiva, että opitunnin lopussa opiskelijat voisivat puhua vähän suomea minun kanssa.
Yes, exactly. So Lucas was saying that when we were in Moscow, we gave the first lesson bootcamp Finnish, and therefore I learned a little bit of Finnish. Correct?
Yeah, well, dude.
I'm just guessing here.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, you see, this is what context can do. I only understood 5 words, but I heard Moscow and then. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is there something else that we have to say? yeah, I think that we can close. So if you guys are interested in the boot camps and you want to continue learning a language with us, then you can find links in the notes and also the links of the recordings if you want to buy the recordings, because we have had many talks and maybe you did not have the time to watch all these talks. Then you can watch the talks later on at any given moment that you want.
Здесь Ирина спрашивает, можно ли сразу 3 языка купить и это одновременно проходить? Да, можно. О, вот кто здесь. Наверное, это человек, который очень хорошо может ответить на этот вопрос. А так, если он не ответит, я быстренько отвечу. Да, можно. Я вам дам все детали по почте, если... Так что, кто интересует, кто хочет принять участие в наших bootcamps, напишите нам, пожалуйста, письмо к e-mail.
Thank you very much, guys. Aliak just joined us, and that means that the conference is coming to an end.
Yes.
Aliak?
Yeah.
How was it? Yep. What are you, Slava or Slovene or something? I don't know.
Мы вам тебе передаем.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Lucas, Jan, and Ruslan. Hello, everyone. I will speak Russian because really many people here are Russians, approximately half, I think, and Richard will interpreting me for this. He will moves in our English room. Richard, я тебя жду. Так, секундочку, я включу другую комнату. Если ты меня слышишь. Ага. Привет. Так, есть ли эхо, Ричард, у тебя?
Is there an echo? There is no echo that I can hear.
Отлично. Итак, друзья, я поздравляю вас с тем, что наша первая конференция прошла, я считаю, удачно, хорошо. И я готов ответить на, может быть, несколько вопросов, которые есть специально для меня.
Dear friends, I'm happy to say that our conference has come to a conclusion, and as I see, it has been quite a success. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have for me now.
Да, и хочу сказать, что действительно мы с моими партнерами решили, что это будет постоянная площадка. Мы будем делать такого рода конференции 3 раза в год. Следующее в январе, и вы внимательно следите за рассылками, потому что в этих письмах будет информация об этом мероприятии.
And it is true that together with my partners, we've decided to make this conference a regular event and hold it 3 times a year. The next conference is planned for late January. So please sign up for our mailing list and follow our news announcements so that you hear about this conference as it is being planned.
И у нас уже есть дата следующей 3-й конференции, которая состоится в конце апреля. И я очень рад, что Ричард находится здесь со мной в одной комнате, потому что я хочу с вами поделиться этими идеями. Идея состоит в том, что с апреля мы начнем запускать онлайн-конференции из офлайнового мероприятия. Это будет, может быть, небольшая тусовка, где можно будет пообщаться на разных языках, и можно будет в офлайне собраться, и это первый раз это состоится в Тбилиси, как раз с помощью Ричарда в Грузии в конце апреля. Я вас уже сейчас могу пригласить туда. Будет небольшой мастер-майнд полиглотов и тусовка. То есть это не конференция, это просто общение. И там будет дан старт 10-дневной онлайн-конференции.
So I already have the dates for our third conference, which is going to be held in late April. And I'm glad that Richard is here with us because he is helping us to set up this event. It's going to be held in Tbilisi, Georgia, where Richard lives. And starting with this third online polyglot conference, we're going to introduce a new format. We're going to have offline events. An offline event will be the beginning of an online conference. And so we'll have a sort of mastermind group of polyglots meeting, maybe a small event with a limited number of people. And this will be the start of a lengthier 9 or 10-day conference as we've just had now. And this format will begin with the Tbilisi conference in late April.
Да, и еще отвечу на вопрос, который здесь был задан Лукасу с Яном о тех спикерах, которые не дошли до нас, но которые обязательно будут на следующих конференциях. Например, такие как Дмитрий Петров, это российский полиглот, и Юлия Девяткина, мама Беллы Девяткиной, да, вот знаменитой девочки, которая в 5 лет говорит сейчас уже на 8 языках. К сожалению, и тот, и другой оказались в дороге во время конференции, и у Петрова был в Каталонии, был очень слабый интернет. Мы решили, что они выступят на следующей конференции, обязательно они, в общем, обещали.
I want to answer the question that was directed towards Jan and Lucas about speakers who were not able to participate in the conference. We had 2 speakers in particular that I really wanted to bring to the conference. Those are Dmitry Petrov and Lyudmila Devyatkina. Yulia Devyatkina. This is a 5-year-old girl who already speaks 9 languages. We really wanted these speakers to participate in our conference, but as it turned out, they were en route. They were traveling during the dates of the conference, and the internet connection for Dmitry Petrov was not good enough for him to participate in the conference. So we will get these speakers in the future for sure, as well as other interesting speakers in the polyglot community.
Да, здесь вопрос о том, как пришла идея организовать конференцию. Но здесь все очень просто. Мы последние 10 лет занимаемся организацией мероприятий онлайн по нескольким направлениям, и одно из ключевых – это обучение языкам. И, может быть, не все знают, но в 2013 году, в марте, мы делали офлайн мероприятие в Москве. Ну, и оно оказалось первой конференцией полиглотов, на самом деле. Через несколько месяцев в Будапеште Ричард сделал конференцию. И мы делаем мероприятия языковые буквально каждый месяц, иногда каждую неделю. Это конференции полиглотов, это 10-дневные тоже большие конференции для желающих изучить английский язык или испанский язык, или французский, или немецкий и так далее. И мы это будем делать для разных языков и для разных стран. То есть вы следите, опять же, за нашими рассылками.
As for the question that was asked here, how did the idea occur to you to hold this online conference? This is easy to answer because not all of you know this, but our team has been holding online conferences and online events for over 10 years now. In fact, in 2013, we held an offline event, an offline polyglot event, which was actually the first to be held in the entire region. A few months later, Richard Simcott organized the first polyglot conference in Budapest, and we actually proceeded. We came came first. And other than the subject of language learning, we hold events on other business subjects and other topics as well. And regularly, about once every month, we hold online conferences, sometimes lasting up to 10 days for learners of English, Spanish, and other languages. And we continually are adding new languages to our mix of events that we are holding online.
Да, друзья, если вопросов сейчас больше нет, мы будем постепенно завершать наше мероприятие. Если вдруг вы захотите, у вас возникнет вопрос потом, вы можете написать, мы обязательно на него ответим письменно. Также хочу напомнить, что несколько дней будет держаться цена на записи, и вы совершенно свободно можете, вот в заметках слева вы видите ссылки, вы можете приобрести записи и услышать все выступления нашей конференции. А также я вас очень-очень прошу в Фейсбуке зайти в группу Фейсбука и оставить отзывы. Для нас это очень важно. И, может быть, отзывы и какие-то замечания, советы для того, чтобы конференция следующая была лучше.
So, I want to remind you that if any of you have not, if any of you have not obtained your signed up to receive the entire recordings of all the recordings of the speakers of this conference, you can follow the links shown in the notes to the online conference here in the lower left part of the screen. And the price will remain the same, will remain constant for several days after the conference. And if there are no more questions, then I think I can start concluding our conference. And I want to remind you all to not forget to visit our website, our group page on Facebook. Please stop by our page, leave your comments, your suggestions, even critical remarks. This feedback is very important for us to improve the quality of our conference and to get some feedback from participants. You can write things that you remember from the conference, memorable moments, suggestions, things that you would like to see next time, and so forth.
Да, Руслан, не беспокойся, я все помню. Еще перед тем, как мы с вами простимся на этой конференции, еще 3 вещи, которые здесь произойдут. Первое. Я хочу, чтобы вы поаплодировали восклицательными знаками нашей замечательной, гениальной команде спикеров. Это все спикеры, которых вы сейчас увидите на слайде, они достойны этого, да, это были супер выступления. Так, только я сейчас не вижу пока.
So I have 3 more things to say before we wrap things up here. First of all, let's give a big round of applause in the form of exclamation marks for all our speakers, our 30 plus speakers who took the time to speak at this conference and shared their know-how with us. And we'll show a slide here with all the speakers together. Here they are.
Да, вот они все здесь. Но это супер команда, я считаю. Это, за небольшим исключением, да, несколько человек здесь нет, но это лучшие полиглоты мира. И я очень горд, что нам удалось собрать их всех вместе.
I think you'll agree that this is a fantastic team that we gathered here at this conference. Of course, there are some names missing, but we have here some of the biggest names, the best polyglots in the world who have spoken at this conference. I think you can all agree with that.
Вторая вещь. Это я прошу вас тоже выразить благодарность через аплодисменты нашей команде, которая готовила всю эту конференцию. Это, достаточно большая команда, и чтобы это произошло, они работали с утра до ночи несколько недель. Поэтому прошу вас тоже поблагодарить нашу замечательную команду.
Secondly, I'd like to extend my thanks and have you thank our large team, the organizing team that has stood behind this conference, working from morning till night for several weeks in a row to make this conference happen. And here are their faces. Here on the right, let's give them a big thanks and big round of applause.
Ну и третье, последнее, завершающий акт нашей конференции, нашего такого многодневного марафона, это фейерверк, друзья, праздничный фейерверк. Мы завершаем им наше событие и до встречи в январе.
And the third and final announcement before we say goodbye, at the end of this first Linguahackers online conference is a fireworks ceremony. So let's watch this all together before we say goodbye and part ways until the next conference in January.
А мы медленно уходим. Всем пока.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.